Right, good day learners. Another adjustment that many of you battle with is that of the rent. And if we look now in question 36, adjustment number 8, it says the rent for March has already been received. Now the first thing, if we go back to the beginning of the exercise, or we look at the pre-adjustment trial balance, you'll see that we're working till the 28th of February. So on our timeline, and remember I've spoken about timelines to you before, your financial year ends on the 28th of February, and that you can get from your trial balance or from the information. That's your financial year, but you've already received rent for March. So in other words, there's been 13 months rent here that you have received. But this rent is next year's. So applying matching, we need to take it away. Now what we were told is that in the pre-adjustment trial balance, we've been told that we received an amount of 33,400. Now that is the 13 months rent. Now we can't just divide by 13 in this case, because if you look at the adjustment, it says to you that the rent was increased by 300 Rand per month with effect from the 1st of January. We don't know what the rent was before that, but we do know what the increase is. So first of all, on our timeline over here, on the 1st of January, it increased by 300 Rand. So if we look at this now, we have got over there 10 months before the increase. We've got 2 months after the increase, plus an extra one. So that's where the 13 months comes in. Now, I realize that many of you don't like working with X's, but the X is the easiest way to work with this. There's an unknown factor here. We don't know what the rent was. So what we do know is that there was 10 months, the rent was something. So it was 10x. Then the rent, actually, there was 3 months, and in that next 3 months, the 2 months for this year plus the extra one, it was still X. But it increased by 300 Rand. And we gave a total of 33,400. So the first step, and that's probably the most difficult, is to make up the equation. So 10 months was at X, because we don't know what it was. The X standing for the unknown. 3 months, it was still the X, but it went up by 300. So if we solve this now, we've got 13x plus 900 equals 33,400. Take your 900 over and solve for x. So take the 900 over and it becomes minus 900, and you know that principle from maths. And whether you're doing maths or maths literacy, it's a factor that you all know. So 13x is equal to 32,500. Divide by 13 on both sides, another maths principle, and x is equal to 2,500. Now remember that the rent that we're trying to work out is March's rent. That is the amount that's been received in advance. And after the 1st of January, the rent was x plus 300. So x is 2,500, add on another 300, and so the income received in advance is 2,800. Now, I suggest that you get over the stress of working with X's, because X is still the easiest way to work with this. Draw on your maths knowledge to solve this.